Hello, my name is Lynn Doyle, and I'm here today to show you some of my favorite tools and resources in the elementary version of SIRS Discover. Now, when you log into Galileo, you will probably have a password. The school systems receive this password 4 times a year, so if your school system is using Galileo, you have to check with your technology people to see what your password is. So once I log in, I'm going to go ahead and choose the SIRS Discoverer, and we'll take a look at some of the tools that I like best in the SIRS Discoverer. One part here on the Browse Subject Tree, I want to take a look at notable people, and I'll show you some of the tools and resources that you can find to help you to search for whatever it is you're searching for. One thing I'll show you is the topics and subtopics box over here to the side. So if you have a specific topic of notable people that you're looking for, you do have this topic and subtopic box over here. This is not included with all of your in your subject tree search area, but this one does. Now across the top you have tabs. If you're only searching for specific resources, newspapers, magazines, references, graphics, web find sites, you can click on them and it'll only show you those resources. For example, newspapers. Okay, you'll see the icon for the newspapers. If you want to look at all of them, first tab has all of the resources here. The other thing I want to show you is this reading levels and source and summary. The easy is for grades 1 through 4. Moderate is grades 5 and up. These icons over here helps to give you some more information of what that article includes, what kind of resources are in there. Of course, the cameras, it has pictures, it has graphics. I like to look for the resources or the articles that has the little red A. They just seem to have more stuff and activities and resources and PDFs and graphic organizers and that sort of things, and with the little red A for activities. If you see a PDF, there's probably a worksheet or graphic organizer in those. You can sort by title, publication, the lexile, these arrows here up and down. Okay. Notice what happens when I toggle between the two. If it's going up, then your articles are going to show you from the highest lexile score to the lowest. If I click toggle back and forth, then whichever one is highlighted darker, it's going to show the down arrow is the lowest lexile score to the highest. Lowest to high, click on it again, toggle between highest to lowest lexile score. Okay. You'll want to kind of use these options up top here to either go back or go back to the home page. Another thing that I like to use is the current events. When you click on current events, this here will give you some articles of what is going on currently. And you can take a look at here and see if anything catches your eye that you may want your kids to go in and check out and look at there. See, the last thing showing here was November the 7th, and today is the 10th, so not too many things happening in the past couple of days here. So let's go back to the home page. Spotlight of the month. That is really one of my favorites. It will begin with a spotlight, and since November this month was election, it's going to highlight or spotlight voting. It gives you some information and some resources here that you can click on and use with your students. You scroll on down. I really like the visual literacy piece. You can have the students log on, go in, take a look at the visual literacy piece, They take a look at the visual image that they provide for you, and they also provide already given 5 questions on that visual literacy piece. So I really like that. It's already, made up for you. And you can see this one here is on drawing conclusions. If you scroll on down, they usually have the events calendar, lots of time. If there's someone famous that is born on this day, that's what's highlighted there. In the news, what's happening in the news, gives you a challenging question, and it gives you another image, cartoon image usually, with a challenging quest. It gives you a question after viewing the cartoon image there that it provides for you. So that's pretty good. That's all in the spotlight of the month. Let's go back to the home page. Animal facts. We're going to take a look at the database features. Some of my favorites here includes the animal facts. If you want your students to do a research project on an animal, there are many animals that are available in here. Let's take a look at all. These are actual articles that they can go on and take a look at some of the facts there. They can choose. You can see they're in ABC order. Let's exit out of that tab. Or you can explore from in this search box over here. And they can choose an animal from there. So I kind of like that animal facts. Go back to the home page. Another one that I really like and has several resources in it is the nonfiction books in this category. If you're not getting the weekly reader, here in this tool here, if you will notice hurricanes here, this is the weekly reader, and if you click on it, it opens up in a new tab. You can see there are 25 pages in here. You can have your students log on and look at the weekly reader in here, and maybe you could take and just print out just the pages that you want that has the questions that go along with the weekly reader. They can go online here, look at the weekly reader, look at everything in it, or just certain pages that you may want them to take a look at, and print that page of the question out for them to answer as they go along and look at the weekly reader. Okay. Let's close this tab. So that has lots of resources in the nonfiction book. Go back to the home tab. The I Think Skills Tutor.
Hi, I'm Ms. Rojas.
You'll see here that it has some information for a project. Okay, it goes through the steps for researching and selecting a topic. If you're working on fact and opinion, you can pull this up, pull it up as whole group, or in small group areas, they can go in and learn about fact and opinion, drawing conclusions. Okay, so now with this one, you'll notice I can't scroll up anymore. I got to hit the back button to take me back to the SIRS Discover. Science Fair Explorer, just what it says there. It has several different science fair activities. The students could pull this up at home. I tell my teachers to give the students the password. Let them go in here and play around with it. They can choose a project to do. I think the one on recycling has several activities, so it's not just a science fair activity for them to go home and do, but there are actually some activities and things in here that you may want them to go in and do in small groups. There's a pattern activity. There's some questions. There's a challenge. There's a puzzle here. So this one actually had more than just a project to go home and try out. It has some initiating questions, some follow-up questions, the main concept. So you could kind of go from here and actually use this recycling activity, some of the activities here in class as well. I'm going to exit out of that one, go back to the home page. Another one that I really like is Skills Discover. There are some great interactive activities for several subject areas here. You could, in small group, let the students choose which activity they want to do. Or if you are a subject teacher, you may allow them to go into math, and here are the skills that they could work on. And they just click on one and click on the activity there and do the interactive activities there, maybe in small groups. Back to the home page. Let's take a look at activities. One of the things that our teachers are constantly looking for are read aloud plays. They have trouble finding some plays, and so under activities, one thing that caught my eye is the read aloud plays. So when you click on it, it'll take you to some plays. One of the things that I meant to show you, let's click on the Curse of King Tut. One thing that I forgot to show you here is this listening button. If you have some special ed students maybe, or you wanted the article to be read out loud whole group, or if you wanted the students to be in small groups and listen to the article, click listen, give it a second, and it will read aloud to you. Now while it's loading there, the only thing you'll see, it reads everything. But you'll also notice that it is also highlighting everything it's saying. So you kind of have to just let your students know that, watch the highlighted areas there, and you'll know once it starts reading the actual article to you. This little gear, you can change the settings in there. You can turn the highlighting off or on. You can change the color of the highlighting. You can slow down or speed up how fast the person is reading. I forgot to show you that in that first part there. Alright, so let's go back to the home page. Again, under activities, that was the read aloud plays. Lots and lots of read aloud plays there that you could pull up and do a play with your class. Let's go back to the home page here. Biographies, kind of self-explanatory. You can click in the search box and look up someone that the students want to do a biography on, or you can browse alphabetically by the letter there. Good place, safe place for students to research someone. Let's take a look at country facts. In the country facts, I told my teachers that it would probably be a good idea if you had kind of like a template page of the questions or the facts that you're wanting them to find on this page. Because if you just tell them to kind of look for the 5 most interesting facts that they found, more than likely most of them are probably going to just write down the first 5 things that they see. But if you kind of give them a guide, a little template page of what information you are wanting them to get from these country fact sheets, then that kind of gives them some guidance and really gets them to look at the information instead of just reading the first 3 or 4 or 5 things. Okay, back to the home page. Pictures. This could be a safe place for students to go in and look for pictures. Home page. Maps of the world. Maps of the world gives you a PDF and can allow you to print these PDFs out. You can get an outline. So you can scroll down and see any of the outlines that you may need. Print those out. Let's take a look at some other ones. Just several options here of some maps of the different places. If you need a map, go here. Go to the home page. That's in the database features. Maps of the world. Those are some of my favorite tools and resources in SIRS Discoverer. I hope you found this online module helpful and will get started using the SIRS Discoverer with your students soon. Thank you.